Okay, let's go ahead and start by you telling us your name and what brought you here to Still Salty Escape.
My name is Gabriella Christina, and what brought me to Still Salty, one, was to teach a yoga retreat here, and two, what drew me to it was the oneness that I felt in this space and this community with obviously Kayla and Alex, and just the energy here was magnetic.
So, what made you want to teach yoga instead of just practice yoga?
Well, I was practicing consistently, daily, twice a day. I was obsessed for so many years, and the teacher that I was frequently going to was like, "Oh my gosh, you'd be so good at this. You would be a natural." And that was the first time I even thought of yoga teaching being a career. So I was completely floored, and I was like, I don't know, I don't think so. And then as time went on, and a couple months down the road, I was in deep introspection, and it just kept lingering as a thought in my head, just go teach yoga. Mm-hmm. And it just unfolded and unraveled. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite setting for teaching? Do you like teaching retreats like this? Do you like teaching in studio? What do you like?
I feel like they offer different things. So a studio is usually where your home base is. So you have your students, you have your community, and there's a sense of home in that. I love teaching retreats. I think they're far more intimate, and shalas are typically in these beautiful locations, and they have these incredible structures, like it's Still Salty. And
insert photo here.
Yeah. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I totally will.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a different experience altogether.
And how long have you actually been teaching retreats?
I've been teaching retreats. This is my first complete year. I started in January of this year, and we're closing out the year with retreats, and it's so exciting. And I've been teaching yoga for about 7 years.
Okay, just in general in studios.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do you have a favorite style of yoga to teach?
I don't, because I feel like each style offers a different part of who I am. Mm-hmm. So vinyasa, I like it to be deep and spicy, and I think you can get really creative and offer really different, fun elements of yourself. Whereas yin is this more emotional, spiritual connection to the body that you can really break down for your students. And I just feel like it's a really big, warm heart. Soul hug. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Big warm hug.
Yeah, the big warm hug to the soul.
Yeah, I think that's really reflected in your teaching style too, because you always teach a very fiery vinyasa and then calm it down. Mm-hmm. And some yin-like postures. It's always delicious.
Yin and yang.
Yes.
Yes.
And then one thing that you kind of talked about in the retreat was making your passion of teaching yoga something that's sustainable. Could you elaborate a little bit?
Absolutely. Advice for others would be more so just to remain in alignment with your why, of why you teach, of why you step on your mat, and that there should always be these boundaries set in terms of your passion and your career. Because if we go in one direction too much than the other, I feel like we lose ourselves and we lose our why, and then that in itself is a journey back to who we are. So I feel like making boundaries and remaining in alignment with yourself, for sure.
Very nice. And then last question, what is your why? Not in teaching yoga, but in life. Sorry, that's a little deep.
We like deep. My why is to experience everything that this human experience, this life has to offer. Mm-hmm. Being the best version of myself that I can be, serving those around me, serving myself, and I think there's also beauty in just the simplicity of a purpose, being to simply live life to the absolute fullest.
Yeah, you don't have to have some big mission. It's just enjoy the simple things.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a grand gesture. And I have told you this before, but I think if you change one life, you change the world, and that life can sometimes be your own. So
It's a beautiful spot to end.